In this session, we will learn how to use the book module in MUELE for adding content into our courses. Now, for you to activate the book module, you need to have your editing turned on as usual. When your editing is turned on, the editing tools are activated in your course that allow you to add different activities and resources into your course. We're going to add that book module into this topic 8 section. So I pick the book module by clicking add an activity resource. The book is a resource. So when you come under resources, you find book. Now the book module, as the description says here, enables a teacher to create a multi-page resource in a book-like format with chapters and sub-chapters. Books can contain media files as well as text, and are useful for displaying lengthy passages of information which can be broken down into sections. And so you may prefer to use this book module for adding your content into MUELE. So when you are selected the book tool, you can click add, and then to bring you to this place. And for this resource that I want to add into my course using the book tool, I'll give it a name. I want to add content from this course here that I have picked online. I want to use it to kind of just describe the process of creating the book. So my title will be Tips for Designing Online Courses, and I can give a description of what is included in my book. And then the appearance here is the way you want the chapters to be formatted. Do you want them formatted as numbers, bullets, indented, or no formatting at all? I'll say I want them to be formatted as numbers in the style of navigation. How do you want the course to be navigated? Is it images? Is it text? Or is it through the table of contents only? So you can always find out that images, icons are used for navigation. Text, chapter titles are used for navigation. So for now, I'm going to leave it at images, and then the other module settings are available there. So we'll say save and display so that we go to the next section of our course. Now we will have a chapter, and then of course there are sub-chapters which can only become available once you have created the first section here. So I'll still call that first section Tips for Designing Online Courses, and I'll give it a title. And then when you have that title, it's now time to begin adding the content of your titles or your subtitles. So I'll simply go and pick my content, maybe the first part, because it's content from this person and it's available by Creative Commons. That's why I'm actually using it. So I can choose to add that as well, that it's available from that person. So usually what I do is to kind of copy and paste. Now here I want to add a link to this resource. I would like to add a link to this resource so that you can access it directly from the website. So how do you do that? I will say click here to access this resource from the website. So I'll select this. This is the one that I want highlighted, and I'll come and say give it a link. Now to bring me here, and it's asking for the URL. I'll come and pick the URL for this course is right here. For this information, pick the URL and come and copy and paste it into this. I want it to open in the same window, so I'll simply say, okay, maybe let me say open a new window, so that when somebody clicks on it within here, it will open in a new window. So I've added that link, want to add everything. I want to add even this image. Now I cannot copy this image and go and paste it in MUELE. It will not work. I need to save this image first as a PNG or a JPEG file. So for this matter, I want to save it as JPEG file. I'll call it tips image, and then I will save. So when I come back to MUELE and I want to add that exact same image here, I'll click on this place and then I'll come and say insert or edit image. And it will allow me to look for that image from my resources. I called it tips image. Tips image. It's under pictures. So I look for my tips image here. Okay, here's my tips image. I'll come and add it. And say upload. So it brings it here. If this size dimensions are okay for me, I would leave it at that. But if I say I want it at 300 to 44, and then I'll come and give it a description. I'll call it image, and it's not necessary. Then I'll come and say save image. So my image, here it is. It has been added. And then I'll press the enter button. I want to add the first text, at least in that chapter, before I move on to another item. Okay, so maybe for that first chapter, I could just leave that. That's sufficient to describe that first page. And then I'll simply come and say save changes. So my changes has been saved. This is the first chapter in this book that I am designing. And now I would like to add another chapter. So this is chapter 1. I need now to add sub-chapters here. I'll come and click on this plus icon to add another chapter. And if you notice, there are a number of icons against each chapter or sub-chapter that you add. Plus, which is for you to add another chapter, new chapter or sub-chapter. Then this is if you wanted to hide that chapter, and this is for you to delete, and this is for you to edit. So if I wanted to edit these tips for designing online courses, I'll come and click on that edit icon. It brings me back to the same page so that I'm able to edit if I wanted to add anything or remove something. And then I can save my changes. So I would like to add another chapter. So I'll open that and it will ask for the chapter title, which I'll go and pick from my course. This is the next chapter title here. Copy it and I'll come and simply paste it in that section. And then I go back and pick the other content as well. The other content as well. I'll simply come and say copy, and then I will paste it directly, not as plain text. So there we go. That's another chapter that I have added. When I have added it and I'm satisfied, that's what I want. I'll come and say save changes. So my changes are saved for the next chapter. As you can see it, I would like to add another chapter. So I click on the plus icon and then I will pick the information for that next chapter, which is here. Here we go. And then I'll come and click on it. And if you notice, it asks if you want this as a sub-chapter or as a complete chapter. So it's up to you to decide how you want that information captured there. So I'll come and pick this information in this way and copy. And I'll come and paste. When I paste it, my information is captured here. And then I simply go and say save changes. So I have created 3 chapters in my book. Chapter 1, tips for designing online courses. Chapter 2, online course design. And then 3, that with that title. And if you notice, if the in what I copied here in chapter 3, there were links to videos, and they were, the moment I pasted them there, they were kind of, automatically embedded within the course. That's why you see the videos embedded very quickly there. So this is how I create my book within MUELE. And the beauty about a book, if you come to the settings here, if you use the book tool or the book module for adding content in MUELE, a student can print the entire book with the content in it, or they can print a chapter and read offline. Now that's really the beauty about using the book for adding content into MUELE. And of course, when you're done, you can always turn it off, turn editing off. And we can now go back to topic 8 here, and you will see that the book looks like this, Tips for Designing Online Courses. So if you open it, you are able, the student, it has these icons which help you to move to the next chapter, and you're able to read. And now it has given us this previous button. You can go back, you can go next, you can go next. You have links within the course, the videos, and somebody can read up on that information. If I wanted to edit anything, as I said earlier, you come to this edit icon here, and then you will say edit settings to permit you to make any change to any of the chapters that you have added within your course. It permits you to make any changes to your course. Or if it is to the chapters here that you want to edit, you can come and use this turn editing on icon, and then it will allow you to edit any one of the chapters that you have added. And if you needed to move these maybe to the second place, you simply use these icons to move one chapter from one place to another. And when you're done, remember always to turn editing off. So in this session, we have learned how to use the book module in MUELE to add course content